Hey everyone, welcome to Pouring Takes. I'm Charlie Van.
And I am Rayya. Charlie, did you have a good Christmas break?
Yeah, it was pretty chill. Chill with the parents up here in Lake Highlands, so nice spending quality time with them. Actually, we were here Christmas Eve.
And we are here at Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club,
Yes.
our home for the end of 2024. We found a home. Can you believe that?
We did. That was one of our goals, to find a consistent spot, and we have. They've been so gracious, great hospitality. Shout out to everybody, Ross, the whole crew here, for supporting us every week and, yeah, giving us a home base.
And like I said, it's Monday night, so that means there's Monday night football, pool tournament, and poker night. Tell me this, Charlie Van, what did your parents think about dinner here? Because we've had snacks here.
Yeah. Oh, no, they loved it. Oh, those Brussels sprouts are phenomenal.
Amazing.
We had that. We had the queso. I think that's the first time I had the queso, which was great. But I had the meatloaf. My mom tried some of that, and I'm a huge meatloaf fan. So is our family, and she was like, wow.
Meatloaf, is that like an all-American thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say good meatloaf. I mean, it's a hit or miss for some people. Some people are team meatloaf. Some aren't.
I am
team meatloaf.
Yeah.
Do you like
I'm on that team.
Is there like so pardon my like foreignness with this. Do you guys put like any kind of sauce on it? Is it like just dry meat? Like I
It's
have no
preference.
idea.
Ketchup.
Sometimes there's a red sauce made with ketchup that's really tasty.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a gravy. I've had it with a brown gravy before.
Gotcha.
My friend's restaurant, they do half and half. They do red on one side and brown on the other. And
That's good.
It's so good.
Interesting.
Check out Be Home Soon out in Casa Linda.
Gonna have to do that just because it's hard. A lot of places don't do meatloaf, and I think it might have to come with the fact that it's a hit or miss for some people. You know, it's just you gotta love it. But boy, to this place have great meatloaf and mashed potatoes too. So, ooh, it makes me all hungry.
I know. I am starting to get hungry. All right.
Well,
so,
how was yours?
Oh yeah, I have a life too. It was good. It was very relaxing. I got loads and loads of sleep, which is nice. I feel like I don't get enough sleep on a day-to-day basis.
Were you sick?
I was not. I was a caretaker.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like the sickness is going around
Dude,
right now.
I
know,
it bad.
Tanner.
Yeah,
all
Tanner
of
went
us
down
in my
and out.
house. We were all sick.
Did
all
not
at the same
flew
time.
by you.
Oh, dude. Nice moves.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
Man,
tough.
it was chill though. Hung out, watched some movies.
Oh my gosh, we watched a lot of Christmas movies.
Yeah,
like a
we did
lot.
too.
Are you team Hallmark or classic?
We watched some Hallmark movies.
I like Hallmark
how
movies.
Do you like? It's a whole genre now.
Yeah.
Is there any Christmas movie that stood out to you? Like new one, either.
A new one?
Like one of the Hallmark ones.
I mean,
Or-
we watched Violent Night again,
Oh.
but that's not a Hallmark movie. Maybe my favorite Christmas movie is Violent Night. That movie is so good. No, we watched this old crappy one with Randy Travis from the
God.
90s.
I think I know what the one you're talking
called
about.
A Holiday to Remember, but I couldn't tell you one thing about it except that Randy Travis is in it.
Well, I
And
watched.
he's about as excitable as a box of fucking rocks. He's just the worst.
I
He
know.
fought Chuck Norris in one movie. I can't remember what
Randy
it was.
Travis fought
Yeah,
Chuck Norris.
won
as
that
well?
battle.
What?
Yeah, Chuck was like a bad guy.
I need the name of this
It was
movie
like some
now.
made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
about
in the
where he
90s.
belongs.
Yeah.
I got addicted to the Netflix Christmas movies. So I watched like Hot Frosty and Merry Gentlemen.
Hot Frosty. What's that
And
like?
That's the one about the snowman that comes to life and then the girl falls in love with him and then he like melts at the end.
Nice.
I did that one. Oh yeah, and then I rewatched the Princess Switch trilogy with Vanessa Hudgens because
Yeah.
she's my favorite.
She's a cutie, man.
She's beautiful, very much so. Speaking of which, did y'all see the High School Musical celebration with the Vikings?
We did.
They're covering it all.
They are like catering to us.
Yeah. Who's their
Specifically.
choreographer?
It's Cam Bynum. Is that his name? Cam Bynum? Yeah.
You gotta
I'm
tell
not-
me.
Yeah.
He's the one that's posting all the shenanigans. He's been posting all of their like behind the scene rehearsal footage, and he's like, they're watching the video, they're doing the dance, like for all of them. Like this is great. Like he knows who his audience is,
Yeah.
and he's capitalizing, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Man.
no, I love the Spot On. Like what's the other? Oh, they did the Parent Trap.
And Camp Rock.
Yeah, Camp Rock. Oh yeah, that was the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
Camp Rock. I saw him do that one.
That one was funny.
I'm like too old for any of these movies.
I
though.
think this is like I'm 34.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like my age group is like the target
Yeah,
and
for
younger.
sure.
Why are you shaking your head?
Well, most of these guys are like 24.
That's true. They're
So-
all very young.
Yeah, they were
So
like
this is like
in
their Dirty
elementary
Dancing.
school.
Yeah,
But it's cool. I love the camaraderie, and they're winning, man. They are winning
man.
Totally.
all across
So
the board.
let's do this. Because it was Christmas, Charlie, I'm going to have a surprise for you now since you always have surprises for me.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go. Is this a sexual innuendo in a bag?
In the window.
Into it. I did not give you a dick in a box.
All right. Yes. Heck yeah.
What is it, Charlie?
It is the 5-minute gratitude journal. Give thanks, practice positivity, find joy.
Right on. My wife does one of those.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game changer. Just
appreciate
recognizing
it.
all the good things in your life, especially when you're like down, which we all go through it. But
True dat.
I wanted to give
Especially
a
being a
little bit
Cowboys
of
fan right
sparkle,
now. Boy.
right? A little bit of sparkle for your 2025.
I appreciate it. Thank you so
you
much.
are welcome.
It's a good way to start off the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
and the show.
Appreciate. Also, we have a winner.
Yes, we do. Speaking of giveaways and gifts and things, we had a autographed Dirk Nowitzki jersey to give away, and a
Hot
ma-
dog.
Oh God, you scared me.
Yeah.
Who won it?
Oh,
I'm dying
you
to know.
I thought you like saw a hot dog and you were like, hot dog.
Oh God. Anyway, Amanda.
Yes, Amanda
won-
Gorlick.
won the jersey, so she
Congratulations.
will be picking that up this weekend. She's out of town this week,
Yeah.
but maybe we get her on the show on Monday
Yeah,
and take some photos and have a whole ass moment. It would be really cute.
that'd be fun. We've been working on this for a while. It's good to have, and thank you, Amanda, for your engagement on this and all the
thank
support.
you, thank you to everybody who followed, shared stories, all the things. We're
That's
really
right. We'll
appreciative.
come up with something else to give you.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this giveaway thing coming.
That's right. That's what good radio stations do.
Tickets, gift cards. We'll
That's
figure
right.
it out.
Hey.
Caller number 10.
We're, the holiday season may be wrapping up, but we're giving here. So
Yep, given all the things. So, what are we drinking tonight as our last show in 2024 besides these
well,
Right.
2025 glasses here?
Well, where it began when we got here, a good tall Modelo here. It's one of my go-tos. So, yeah. What about you?
I am drinking a Shorty Ultra. I worked out
Shorty
today, you
Ultra?
guys.
Yeah.
I'm
Was it
getting those
leg
gains.
day?
I did a full body workout.
Oh, shit.
I worked everything.
So you're feeling extra weak.
Yes, I am. I could go to bed right now, and I'm starving, y'all.
Yeah. Boy, me too.
I kind of like that. A Shorty Ultra. It's like a new artist. Like, that Kid Baby be
What's
like
up? I'm
eating
Shorty Ultra.
Shorty Ultra.
That's
Yeah.
funny. What about you, Tanner? Miller Lite over
Oh,
there?
yeah. I'm sticking it with the Miller Lite. I'm trying to take it easy, man. I was sick. I had
Yeah.
the fucking flu, man, and now I'm just trying to be chill. I
Chilling.
had like one glass of champagne the other day, and I felt like I was gonna pass out.
Oh no, champagne! Those bubbles will get you.
True that.
As
True that.
somebody who drinks bubbles regularly, they get you.
Well,
All right.
tomorrow night there's going to be a lot of that. And Tanner, you're going to be rocking,
That's
promote
true.
your show tomorrow night right here at Underdog.
That's right. New Year's Eve, we're gonna try to get this show out as early as we can, so that people will know that New Year's Eve, Teen Wolves 80s night. We're going to have a big old to-do. We're going to try to live stream it, too. They want us to
Nice.
live
Ooh,
stream
look
it,
at
so
this.
that's going to be pretty cool. So, very exciting.
Very nice. And then there's a bunch of specials here tomorrow as well. I believe
Yeah, I
they're
think you've got them written down.
Yeah.
$5 glasses of champagne, $5 fireballs, $5 Mexican candies, $7 JMO shots. I
Oh,
memorized
dang.
it.
We're going to be
That's
toe
a-
up on the float.
That is going to be good. That's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
I'm excited for you. You're
Make
gonna
sure
have a
to
good
see
night.
one of us to get your free tickets. Otherwise, I think it's like $20 at the door or something like
$20
that.
at the door.
Yeah.
But just
Wow.
text me ahead of time. I'll go sneak some tickets out.
Yeah.
to
Yes,
you. I
we
don't
do
give
have.
a
Speaking of giveaways, we got tickets.
That's right.
Heck
All
yeah.
day, every day.
It's going to
Oh,
be
boy.
fun. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you guys. It's been a little bit since I've seen you guys, so we in for some new added addition to the playlist.
Oh, yeah, dude. We added a whole bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited. New, old stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
It's all 80s, but it's new to you.
Are there still costume changes?
I hope so. We're going to see just how toe up we get. I'm sure there's going to be some movement around.
I love this. Well, I love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for an amazing 2024. And here we go. More growth, more adventures, more fun in 2025.
Heck
All right,
yeah.
season 3, here we come.
Let's go. Speaking of Fireball, as that goes down, how about that 106-year-old grandma ringing in her birthday with the Fireball shot?
Oh, I saw that.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Cheers to that woman.
What she called it spirited, I think.
I like that.
Charlie said that's his future.
106?
Well, I don't know about 106,
Yeah.
but I could see that that's pouring takes in 50, 60 years.
Nice.
We can only hope. That'd be amazing. Okay, I'm gonna take these off because I low key have a little headache from it.
We did it.
But let's get into all of the shenanigans. So we haven't seen each other in a week.
Mm-hmm.
There were Cowboy games. There was a college football playoff round. There was a big injury to the Mavericks, and then the Stars are up and down. So where do you want to start?
Oh, let's go college first.
Let's start with college football. So,
Sorry.
Oh, just the
It's,
saddest
just
little story.
Pour one out for that one.
I just was happy to be part of the dance, you guys.
Yeah. Well, no, I
You
mean,
did it.
Hey, we said this, beginning of the season or like or let's say a couple games into the season that like they were in a good way overachieving. Like if you would have thought that they would have been in the playoffs when they entered the ACC, I would have like, I don't know. That's a tall task. And I mean, they delivered. I mean, look, it's Penn State. They're huge. They're experienced, but SMU has to be proud to at least be in the dance.
So, from a coaching perspective, Kevin Jennings throws back-to-back pick sixes.
Yeah.
And then eventually a third interception. Would you have taken him out at halftime and gone with a different quarterback?
I probably only, and I know that would kind of diminish, but I mean, you could just see it was like quicksand, kind of like.
Yeah, it was out of reach.
Yeah, the moment was just too big for him at that point. He's had such a great season, but you don't want the pain to keep going. It wasn't like his confidence was getting better, things were getting better.
I can't believe he played the whole game.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it, especially with Preston Stone being on the bench available.
Yeah.
Even though he was about to transfer, he made it a point that he was like, I'm still going to be on the team. I'm still going to play this game if I am needed. If my number is called, I will play. They never push the buttons.
I would have called too, he's in that transfer. What has he got? He got hurt, right?
Yeah.
Like what is he looking like?
Well,
you're not going to make
that's
things way better, but you're making things way worse for Jennings, who's going to be your guy rolling into 2025.
And I think it's also a really good learning experience for Kevin Jennings. Just understanding what it's like to play on that big of a stage, playing a team in the Big Ten versus what you're used to seeing in the ACC and out-of-conference games. All these teams are going to get better in the offseason. So, here's hoping that SMU can keep up with the momentum. I think the only person that I'm nervous will declare for the draft is Brashard Smith. He is a senior.
Okay.
But he might do a victory lap. He might not. I haven't seen anything out there yet about him next year. But he has the record now for all-purpose yards at SMU. So really hope he stays, but wouldn't be shocked if he goes.
Yeah, especially just because of, I think, too, with how many teams will need running backs, too, again. So I could see him maybe, what do you think, he goes to third round, fourth?
Maybe even lower,
Yeah.
fourth or fifth, I would say.
Well,
He could be a steal.
Cowboys were like, we're not taking any of it. No, but I think it was a good learning experience. And, I mean, like, if anything, they got that taste. We've seen it in fighting. We've seen where contenders have gotten dominated, come back, resurge, So I think their ceiling is still very high. And, of course, that same weekend we heard that Drew Aller was returning. So he's trying to make a statement.
Yep, definitely.
He wants that Heisman next year.
And he's got the team around him to do it.
Yeah.
So.
No, he does. But
the Big Ten is very, very competitive.
of course, the other one, Texas, winning in dominant fashion over Clemson.
Yeah, that also made me feel really shitty about myself, by the way.
Were you surprised by how it ended? I actually gave Clemson a lot more hope, only because we've seen where Texas has fallen in these big moments, but they did rise and they rose big.
Yeah, I was surprised it was a blowout.
I'm going to drink. That kind of sounded sexual.
Okay. But yeah.
Yeah, I gotta take it big.
I mean, just given how
No blue chew for that.
how Clemson played against SMU and then going up against Texas, I just expected Texas to fall on their ass, which they still
Yeah.
might in this next round.
I did too. Like I actually didn't bet, but in the pick'em bracket I picked against them just because. I mean, and also with Urs, where's his head at? He's been injured.
And he still hasn't declared for the draft.
Well, I think it's going to come down to how this play off. I don't know that his draft stock is as high as where he would want it to be.
And not as high as it was like
Same with Dylan Gabriel hasn't declared either. I think it's going to come down to how. I mean, a lot of these guys, and I think Drew Aller sees the right on. Oh, okay, we're losing Shador, Cam. It's our chance next year.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked if Quinn Ewers transfers.
Yeah.
Arch Manning said today, he goes, I am not transferring, I'm staying at Texas. So
Yeah.
that to me sounds like if shit hits the fan this weekend, Quinn's out,
I
but
think-
not NFL out.
I think Quinn's out, regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so maybe he goes to UNC. Maybe he goes with Bill Belichick. I'm interested to see which Big Ten offered him the $4 million. Definitely wasn't his old school Ohio State, I don't think. So, and Will Howard hasn't declared either. He was on a potential mock draft.
Oh, okay.
So I think a lot of these teams are just waiting to see how this weekend goes. But, hey, Oregon, if Gabriel's not there, or I should say maybe Michigan is coming after him.
I'll have to take your word for it. I don't follow any college football.
You know way more
Well, I've
than-
been focusing more on the draft.
Yeah, he's in draft mode already.
Hey, man, we ought to have a pretty good pick.
Right now we have 13.
But
13?
13. Lucky number 13.
lose one more, you got 12, and you
How
got
did
Mike
we
at
end up
that.
so
High?
far?
Because they kept winning games they
Yeah,
shouldn't
they
have
beat
won.
Tampa.
The win against Tampa pissed me the fuck off.
Right.
Because not only did you win, but you also made CeeDee Lamb play.
Right.
Hurt. Stupid.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
I think they're probably doing it to hang on to some season tickets. Otherwise, it's
Or
just a
they
complete
did
wash.
it for CeeDee's incentives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Whatever the case is.
Yeah, because you were eliminated that day. So
Yeah.
I
come
mean,
on,
they
like,
knew
what
going
are you-
into that game they were
And-
done. Oh, so
Also-
we're switching gears to the Cowboys now? Is this
I
what's
guess.
happening?
Yeah.
We're
My
just
bad. My
switching-
B.
Woo!
My B.
Gone.
Well, go for the amateurs to the pros.
I did want to touch on the fact that we have college games
Yes.
tomorrow and Wednesday, the next round, the quarterfinals of the college football playoff. Is there a matchup that intrigues you more than others?
Yes, I'm interested to see how Georgia Notre Dame, especially with no Carson Beck out, talk about someone whose draft stock may significantly lower. It sounds like he's going to go in the draft.
Yes,
regardless.
that's what I've heard.
So I'm interested to see. Of course, Penn State, Boise State. I got Penn State in this, but
I think Penn State will run over Boise as well.
I know it's hard. It's hard. I mean, I like them all just because this is the matchups, the nitty gritty.
But
Yeah.
given how Penn State handled SMU and that Boise State hasn't faced a lot of heavy
Yeah.
competition, it's pretty comparable.
Yeah, they're going to overwork JNT on that, but it's not going to be enough. That defense is too good.
Agreed with you. What are the other games? There's 4.
There's
Texas.
Texas, and then Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah. Oh, well, that one I'm for
Pulling
sure.
with Oregon.
Oregon, Ohio State. I got Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon and Ohio State have already played each other this year.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Buckeyes on
No.
Yeah, this is well, here's the thing.
on
Is
New
this
Year's.
is
Isn't
this
that their
Ryan
deal?
is this Ryan Day's last game as the Ohio State coach?
I don't know.
It's
Because
interesting.
you're asking me that question, I'm going to assume no.
Yeah. I
Or,
know.
I mean,
there's
yes,
people
it is
calling
his
for
last
him.
game.
We will see. It's going to be a good New Year's Day. Well, for somebody.
Yeah,
For
so,
somebody.
so tomorrow has 1 game and the other 3 are
Yeah, tomorrow's
on
Penn State, Boise State. I forgot about that.
Fraud
yeah.
Bowl.
I'll be nursing a hangover on New Year's Day.
That's okay. The best way to nurse a hangover is get all the snacks and just sit on the couch
My
and
wife
watch
is
football.
making some black-eyed peas.
Yes.
I'm really excited about
Is that another white
Yeah.
people thing?
That's a
Well,
New
Or
Year's
that's a
American
New Year-
thing?
Hop
Sorry,
and John.
American thing.
Yes.
American.
Hoppin' John. Have you had that? It's just black eyed peas with rice and ham.
Okay.
Or you can do like ground beef. That's what we do.
Yeah.
I don't do any of these things. I don't eat meatloaf apparently, and I don't know anything about black eyed peas.
Well, we're gonna have a show
black-eyed
segment where we
peas are
introduce
good
you.
luck on New
Yeah.
Year's.
Is this the same as the white girls on TikTok who eat 12 grapes at midnight?
But you know
I
what?
don't understand what white girls be doing on TikTok. That's all a bunch of mess.
But the black eyed peas were not good for the Steelers in 2011.
Oh,
Yeah, throwing it way back. Hey, you remember 13 years ago when the
the black eyed
Steelers
peas
shat
weren't
the
good
bed?
for anybody.
Yeah, that was the worst
That was the
Super
worst
Bowl
all-time
halftime.
worst halftime show.
That's before auto-tune.
Oh, yikes. Just a big old yikes.
Nuts.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess because I was living there and the PTSD of the ice and like everything.
I was
in
also
Arlington.
living in Arlington that
Yes,
year.
yeah,
Oh
that
my
was
God, it was a nightmare.
the worst.
That was Ice Bowl 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that
That
was
was-
rough.
That was bad. Anyways,
Yeah, the stadium broke.
Yeah.
I know. It's like
They
literally the
managed to
second
keep
year
the
was
lights on
open.
over there.
Yeah.
Not anywhere else.
Not anywhere else. Nope. We were snowed in. We couldn't do anything. It was awful.
Yeah,
But
that
alright.
was something.
What a time. What a time.
Well, anyway, I'll be eating black-eyed peas. You got to
Yeah.
do that for good luck on New Year's Day.
I don't need good luck. I'm happy.
Hey, man.
for
That's
when you're
cool.
rooting for Texas, right?
So I don't believe in superstitions. Things just happen.
What?
Like fate, destiny, like it's out of
You
your control.
are like one of the top sports fans in DFW.
I don't believe in superstition.
That's
That's stupid.
horseshit. What are you talking about?
Things just happen.
Things
So-
just happen. And nobody has.
It's
any
everything is
control.
I'm-
predestined.
I'm
You
50-50.
just gotta believe that everything happens for the best
Unbelievable.
reasons.
I am 50-50
Even
on
when
certain
it
things.
sucks. Oh,
Yeah.
this is for the best reasons.
Yeah. So, hey, it can't all be good all at once, and you can't control that. You
Right.
just can't. I don't care how many different pairs of underwear you have, or how you tie your shoes, or if you put your pants on 2 legs at a time.
Okay,
Things are
that's how
just
I
gonna
do every
happen.
morning, anyways.
I just wear the same thing all the time
Yes,
and call
yes,
it my
you do.
lucky outfit.
Yes, you do. I get with the superstition. I do believe certain things may be curse. So in fighting, anybody that walks out to Thunderstruck, not named Manny Pacquiao, loses.
Yeah.
Like
That one
literally
belongs to him.
loses in both boxing and MMA. So there's just certain things, but yeah,
Nope.
they're
Faith-
just good. I like Black Eyed Peas.
what's
Great
the
restaurant
saying?
back in the day.
Faith, trust, pixie dust. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Is that what
Yeah.
they say? Pixie dust.
Peter Pan.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Second star from the left straight on till morning.
Yeah.
speaking of what's not Neverland, the Cowboys.
Oh, so we're going here now. Okay.
Yeah, well, we already got there with the Black Eyed Peas.
I mean, okay. So we've had 2 games since I last saw you.
Yeah.
We had a win against Trampa.
Which,
And
by the way,
then-
there was a good amount. I would say it wasn't as big as like the Texans or that as far as fans, but there was still a good amount of Tampa fans. But
I like I said every episode, I am a fan of Baker Mayfield,
yeah,
and they did a good job of containing him. And then he went off against Carolina this week and threw 4 touchdowns. So my shot take was a week late, and I was kind of pissed off about that.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I wasn't surprised by that victory as much with even though we got eliminated. I just felt like I don't know. There's something with Tampa. There's something just at home. Like we just knew. We had to go in there and just scrap. I was like,
Well,
this
it's
is not
'cause-
going to be Baker's game.
It's 'cause
Jerry
you're-
walked in there and said,
you're
"Look,
on-
everybody, you need to get out there and you need to play, otherwise I'm on fire, all of you."
I don't think so.
I think that was more Sling Blade.
I reckon I ain't
So-
kill nobody again.
Here's the rumblings. I'm here. Ooh, he's cute. Who is that?
Thanks.
Anyway,
That's the equipment manager. No, I'm joking.
no, he's the wide receiver coach. Anyway, this is why you can't put the
You have to
TVs in front of
drink.
me.
Seth Ryan. Is that one of Rex Ryan's long lost kids?
Progeny? I don't know, man.
Who fucking knows? I just saw cute,
Bunch of
cute
nepo
boy
babies running
up
around
there.
here.
Anyway, look, I heard rumblings that this team wants to keep Mike McCarthy. The players want to keep Mike McCarthy. They played that game to make a case for Jerry to extend the contract. What do y'all think?
Well, you know what I think.
What do you think?
Did you watch before you say who you think you want? Did you watch this past weekend's
I
game?
don't need to. I don't need to.
Yeah, I saw all I needed saw.
You
see.
saw all you need to saw?
Yeah, I saw off that vocabulary.
Yoicks. Wait, Tanner, finish your thought bubble.
Well, obviously it's going to be Coach Prime.
Shut up.
Prime
Hey,
rib.
hey, did you see the teaser for the Netflix Jerry Jones Love Fest?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
And he only
should
said a
watch
handful
it.
of things.
That'd be
One of
good.
them was keep him talking. You know who talks the fucking most? Coach Prime.
Yeah, but Jerry doesn't like it when his coaches talk.
Yes,
Oh.
he doesn't like that at all.
But he does like when people talk about the Cowboys. You know, it's
Yeah.
going to get people talking about the Cowboys. It's not going to be that bump on the log freaking Mike McCarthy. It's going to be.
Bump on the log.
That's right.
He won't let him. Well, because he says the same thing. We're not ready.
We weren't prepared.
Man, Jason
we
Garrett,
weren't
too. He's like,
prepared
this
for-
game of football is a process. I'm very boring. I'm a robot. Jason Garrett
no,
robot.
it's we had a great game plan, but we didn't execute.
It's
Yeah, he
Three,
says the
three
same thing all the
claps.
time.
3 claps.
Oh, not a clapper scale. Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. If we're going to get Shadur Sanders,
Look,
we got to
we're
get Coach
not.
Prime.
We're-
in
but
here.
we're not.
We're not. So we're drafting. We said this already. We're drafting at 13, and unless they trade up, which Jerry Jones doesn't typically do, unless you've got like C.D. Lamb and Des Bryant. Those are the last two he traded up for.
I know I'm just out here throwing Hail Marys. I get it. I understand.
70-yard field goal
But we
attempts.
almost saw a 70-yard
yes,
field goal.
yes.
And no one's going to talk more than if the Sanderses come to town. You know what I mean?
Well, right
And
now,
Jerry-
poor Giants aren't getting Shador.
Loves a
I can't
big
believe
old
they
talk.
won.
I know. Neither can none of the Giants fans.
Tommy
Man.
Cutlets.
No, it
No,
was
Drew
Drew
Lock.
Lock. Drew Lock played the most perfect game of his life.
He's
Oh,
like, they
awesome.
deserve this. And the fans like, no, we don't deserve
They
this.
are mad they
We
won that
deserve-
game. And they eliminated Indianapolis from playoff contention, which is even more funny.
Well,
Oh, that's
and-
amazing.
And the Raiders are doing the same thing.
Raiders,
they
they
lost
beat
the
New
one.
Orleans.
Yeah, they lost the first pick
New Orleans
as well.
is trash.
So now the Patriots right now are the number 1 pick, which
They're good with their quarterback, so they're
They're
going to
gonna go
probably go with
Travis
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Okay.
well,
Okay.
Well,
We need to get your draft guy back in
Oh,
here.
Jason.
I would love to talk to him.
yeah, we'll make an episode with Jason. I'm also thinking would be really fun is if we could coordinate both of our dads to come over the summer and
Oh,
talk
dude.
Cowboys
Oh.
football.
Your dad and his dad? Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be great.
See
That's what
that.
I'm thinking. I think that would be a lot of fun to have our dads give their takes because my dad's an asshole.
Yeah, you think so?
When it comes to the Cowboys, my dad is mean. You think I'm mean? Like
Hey, I'm
exponentiate that.
Chaos Goblin. I totally understand the mean streak.
And I would love to hear from your dad being the season ticket holder.
yeah,
Your
he's,
dad-
he's seen it all. He's
Yeah.
seen the good. He's seen the bad.
My dad
He's-
is like,
he's
I'm
been
gonna
around
turn
the
the TV off
Joneses.
and walk away.
He's been around the Joneses for a long time. Here's how I feel about like Mike McCarthy. I've heard the rumblings too, but they are just rumblings. And there was a good point made yesterday by Adam Schaefer. The thing is, it's just like Garrett. Like he's
Adam
not
Schaefer
gonna.
or Adam Schefter?
Did I say Schaefer?
Yes,
Schefter.
you did. Just
Adam.
got to make sure we get that right.
Here's the thing, is just because the Cowboys, the players want Mike back, we haven't. Usually, if Jerry's going to do a deal, an extension, especially with a coach that I've seen, it's like right here at the end. He hasn't. It's also up to Mike if he wants to return. There are other opportunities out there that he can entertain. He might not want to come back here. I mean,
Why would you?
well, yeah. And after what I saw, we'll get in the game here in a second, yesterday, I don't think that did him any favors. And I think too with Mike, I don't think even with all they were 3-4 before Dak went down. I don't think you get any better. And just being at these games as much as I am and seeing the drop in people, you're not winning your fan base back.
No.
And that's how you hit Jerry.
Yeah, but Jerry doesn't give a fuck.
Well, he will if he ain't filling those suites. Yeah. You know, you will if he does if ticket sales goes down.
Maybe they'll open up another Victoria's Secret.
I mean,
in there
the
and
fact
they'll-
that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson had more people filled it, which is true, than
Okay,
these home games.
that's not a fair measurement. You know, a boxing ring is so small compared to a football field. You got all those floor seats to account
don't-
for.
but it's
no,
still
you
filled.
cannot use that argument. You cannot use that argument. I'm sorry. You cannot.
You sorry?
Sorry, not sorry. You cannot use that argument. Drink.
Damn.
Oh. Well, here I can make the argument of I go to these games and I could tell you when it's 40%.
See, you can use that, but
Yeah,
you
there you go.
cannot
That's
use
a
the
metric.
boxing. You cannot
There's
use
a
the boxing
metric.
fight.
There's a goal. Regardless is the lack of interest and the fact that people. That's how you hurt. That's how you hurt Jerry. And believe me, if they bring back Mike McCarthy, you will see a significant drop. And if he starts losing suites, that's where they make that money. Yeah, because not anyone bought in like my dad.
Well,
Yeah.
And
we're gonna find out. Ooh, you getting mad? Ooh, I poked the bear.
I like how
I'm
saucy.
excited.
I'm saucy.
This is good.
Look
No,
at this sassy pants
because
today.
I've been listening to all the Mike McCarthy and shit all day.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think it's time to turn the page. I get it's not easy to find someone to coach here, but if you think,
Because you have to like submit. You know what I mean? You can't
I
do
think-
the thing that you are good at. You have to like S the D
They're
and
gonna
kiss
bring
the
in
ring and all
another
that.
old white man. If it's not Mike McCarthy.
Pete
And
Carroll?
I don't get my
It's gonna be
dream.
Pete
I
Carroll.
don't get my dream of a hot coach.
You're not going to get Dave Corral.
Mike
He's not leaving.
McDaniel is not coming to.
I don't
Dallas.
have a crush on Mikey McDicks.
Pete Carroll. We're going to get Pete
Wouldn't-
Carroll.
Wouldn't you love it if Mike McDaniel left Miami and came here instead? Yeah.
No, we're going to get Pete Carroll.
Yeah, we're gonna end up with Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
When we
fuck,
should get
dude.
Mike Vrabel. Or, hey,
I would take
as Dolphin fan over there, and I think he's done a good job with what the Vikings. I wouldn't mind having Brian Flores.
Brian Flores is an amazing coach, but he is black, and Jerry does not.
Oh, I
want
thought
a
you
black
say he's
coach.
not
Oh,
hot
no.
enough. He's
No,
not
no.
hot enough. He's not hot enough.
Oh boy.
That's a
Jerry's
different
super
conversation
racist.
for a different
Jeez.
day, but that is
Yeah.
never going to happen. We are never going to have a black head
All
coach.
right. Well, here's another one that people are circling around, and you will crawl under this table, and it's not fall anymore. But
Uh-oh.
your pumpkin spice coach, Kellen Moore, is somebody that people have thrown around to return.
Yeah,
Moore be fun.
No,
Why?
no. Basic bitch, same play call, was appeasing a clapper. I can't imagine him being dynamic. He is benefiting from having Saquon Barkley in Philly right now. Saquon is carrying this team. If we don't have a running back comparable to Saquon,
Yeah.
he ain't going to be able to do shit.
You mean Zeke Elliott ain't it?
Who? Fat boy? I'm just kidding.
At this point, we may not even have a running back.
Oh, come on.
Rico?
We're gonna have Deuce Vaughn is gonna be our running back
Yeah?
going in 2025.
Nepotism. Keeps you
Yeah.
on the team.
Yeah. In a lot of things, it does.
One of those Sanders kids that ain't got a running back
keeps you in
there?
the Cowboys organization period.
Keeps you in the league.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah, Sanders kids, he's got a quarterback, Shador,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Shiloh is a defensive player. I
Yeah,
believe.
poor
Safety?
Shiloh just hanging
Poor
for the show.
Shiloh. That
So,
ain't gonna be him.
fun fact, Deion Sanders Jr. was at SMU with me and was a kick returner, but now he's like his brother's agent
Nice.
There
and
you go.
marketing person.
He's got
That's
his best
great.
interest. Well, now Travis Hunter is, speaking of agencies, teaming up with Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne has a sports agency now?
I get he's got all of it.
You know Lil Wayne's a
He's a
Packers
part-time
fan.
He
stripper
is.
and he does hair.
Hair.
He just does
Her.
everything.
Hands in the air. No.
Okay, so what do you think? Your take, Mike
What do I
McCarthy.
think?
Does he
Lips,
come back?
hair,
Should he
hips,
come back?
heels.
Should he come back? No. Will he come back? Probably.
Yeah.
Safe
McCarthy?
option. Easy.
Are you 85%? I'm 85% that he'll be back.
I'm like 90, 95 at this point.
It really depends on how the draft goes.
No.
They got to do it in 2 weeks. His contract's
Oh,
up.
fuck.
Yeah.
So, and especially because of the
I wouldn't mind
draft.
seeing old Dan Campbell.
Yeah, we're not getting him. He's very
Yeah.
happy in Detroit, who is about to play right now.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson's worth $15 million.
I like the defensive coordinator
Aaron Glenn.
in Detroit.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn is a bad bitch.
They may both
Nice.
be gone.
Yeah, I think
Next
they're
year.
both going to have head coaching jobs.
They won't be in Dallas, though.
Yeah,
What about
not
Cliff
here.
Kingsbury?
No, he's a shit head coach, great offensive coordinator. Shit head coach.
How do we court Mike Tomlin?
Yeah, he ain't living
yeah.
Pittsburgh. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
You think that guy buys a beer anywhere? Nope.
Man.
I really like him on Hard Knocks, by the way. I don't know if you guys are watching in-season
Oh,
Hard
yeah?
Knocks.
I
So
hadn't
they're
watched it
featuring
yet.
the AFC North. And the way Mike Tomlin talks, I think he's one of the more entertaining people.
Do you think we even entertain? Because I really haven't heard any sources that we even tried to talk. Not, and I know it's hard to do because you're in mid-season with Mike McCarthy, but with the whole Belichick, I don't even think they picked up the phone.
No, absolutely not.
No.
He's been blackballed.
Yeah.
Belichick?
Yeah,
There's
he
a
has.
reason he took a college job.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he wanted Atlanta. Atlanta like nope. You know, I think people saw the writing on the wall, and I didn't want Bill here anyways. It's not a fit.
Also, Jerry didn't want Belichick.
Yeah.
Jerry wants to be in control. Jerry likes pawns.
That's why Mike McCarthy's going to be back in 2020.
That's
likes-
right.
He likes chess, not checkers.
No, he thinks he's playing chess.
I
He
know.
only
I
plays
agree.
checkers.
He's actually playing Clueless.
He's really just playing like
That's a good one.
Color the Dinosaur.
Yes. Well,
Snakes and ladders.
I
Exactly.
do that too sometimes. That's all.
You know,
Candyland.
I like coloring. Shut up.
Shoots and
I
ladders.
mean, that's nice, but you're
No,
not trying
snakes
to
and
run a
ladders.
franchise on your ability to stay inside the lines. Get real.
Yep, you're
Have-
right. You're
What's
right.
that horse that's like that drawing that's gone viral where it's like half a horse and then it's like just a really bad drawing the rest of the body? Have you ever seen that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the meme of like how it started and how
Yeah,
it's going kind
that's-
of thing.
that's
Rest of
how
the
every
fucking
year
owl.
is.
I know that one.
That's the game plan every.
Well,
Jiminy.
well, so we beat Tampa, then we lose to Philly.
Yeah.
Philly absolutely destroys us, which is expected.
Fucking-
Hey, we played pretty much all of our backups. We got one touchdown.
They played all their backup quarterbacks.
All their backup quarterbacks. Yeah,
Sure
you let a
did.
third stringer run your
I
second
know.
stringers. But now I'm hearing Trayvon Diggs out for 2025. Is that true?
I mean, I think it just depends on the healing
For
process.
2025?
Yeah,
What happened?
his knee. You know, in that healing process, definitely he wouldn't be back till
Your
he's
face
mid.
was priceless, by the way.
But same with Overshawn too. I mean, he may not even come back till 2026.
I was in and out of consciousness watching the. I
So
was
does
on
that
some
change-
NyQuil, but
what your first round pick would be?
It's complicated because I know the obvious pick is getting Ashton Jeanty out of
He may not
Boise
even be
State,
there.
But my head, my heart, like I'm all about drafting defensive players. There's a corner out of Notre Dame that's high up on the draft board. That's totally gettable for
him
us.
third or fourth.
Penn State has an edge, too.
Yeah, Penn State produces linebackers. That's their thing, you know. And then linemen. I would rather just stack up on linemen at this point.
My only problem with the linemen, and you're seeing the Tyler Guyton struggles, and I'm not saying everyone's Tyler Guyton, but I don't know that I want an all-rookie line with a quarterback that's coming off of a resurgery. You know, I would go defense right now. I would go just with you're missing Overshawn. We may not have Husa. We talked about this. There's several guys up for contracts that we probably won't see. Jordan Lewis could be gone.
Oh yeah, I like Jordan.
So I
Lewis.
would go if you're not going Janty, if he's not there, I would go safety or CB.
Yeah, CB definitely.
Although
Someone to pair with Deron Bland because you're not going to have what's his butt, and who knows what Trayvon Diggs is going to come back looking like.
But here's another one I would throw out to look is I was watching, you know, I've been watching this receiving core, and especially lately. It's just the Lamb show. There's no one. I'm sorry, our boy Jake is having a terrible year. Cooks is gone. I don't think you can rely just on Tolbert. If Luther Burden or Ohio State's wide receivers there as well, I think it's good. Like, I wouldn't mind a complimentary.
What if you trade for somebody named Devontae Adams?
I'm
What
totally
if?
fine with that. Or Garrett Wilson.
I don't want Garrett
No.
Wilson. I want Devontae.
Yeah, I mean,
And I know Devontae's up there in age, but I think that'd be good for CD to have a veteran that's been in
I'm-
that position in being a top 3 to 5 wide receiver.
I'm fine with
He's
that.
played with Aaron Rodgers. He's played, you know, on all these teams or whatever. I think
Think he
they
can
would
handle the
complement.
circus?
Yeah.
I think they would complement each other
His
well.
friends is Aaron Rodgers.
And if you're gonna double team CD Lamb because Devontae isn't as fast as he was before, he doesn't run as crisp routes or whatever. Devontae can still be reliable.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas, you know, our wide receiver 2 was Brandon Cooks, who was hurt half the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
And then you've got 2 kids, Jalen and
And Jalen.
Jalen
and Jalen.
Yeah.
J&J.
They're both Jalen's?
Yeah.
What was
Tolbert
going
and
on
Brooks.
in
And then Turpin's
1999.
technically your other receiver. No, I wouldn't
Turpin's
mind
your,
that.
like, gadget fun player.
I mean, I would not mind a veteran. I just
Because
don't know
they're
if he's
pretty
going
much
to pay
going
him.
to say, like, you know, if Aaron Rodgers is out of New York after this season, Devontae ain't going to want to be there. That team is shit.
No.
That
This team's
organization shit.
anyway. They fired everybody.
but according to Steven, we're going to be in another tight cap.
Hey,
Stephen Jones.
I want to talk about humility while I have a camera crew pointed at me while
Yeah.
I'm doing my ayahuasca trips.
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck out of here, Aaron.
Have we decided if we're going to watch the Netflix Enigma?
Oh,
I
I've
can't-
watched it.
Oh, okay. Give me your spiel because I haven't seen it.
I mean, yeah, the I'll say the first episode, you kind of get, well, it goes back and forth, right? It goes right from the injury to his origin. I didn't realize he played junior college first before going to Cal.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
But once you get to episode 2, I'll just kind of speed through. You start getting tired of him.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, you just even see with the Jets, just his drama, and like he gives his PT person shit. Like, you're
Wow,
like,
that's fucked.
Well, he's just like, he wants to be back. I get it, but you could tell she's like over it,
Yeah.
like just over it.
Yeah,
wonder her
mister, I'm going to come
what her
back from an
per diem
Achilles in
was.
6 months.
While she's out there just listening to this guy berate her.
Although it does make Brett Favre look really bad though too.
He did that himself. What a shithead.
And it does make Aaron.
And I went to Southern Miss.
Yes.
Fuck Brett Favre.
It does make Aaron look better with the whole love situation because he would bring him over to his apartment, parties or like holidays, and like they would watch film, and like he included him where Brett's just like, I ain't helping you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'll ever watch it, but I'm glad
Yeah.
you did.
Well, there's only 3 episodes, so
Yeah.
third one I kind of was like, I'm over this, but
Makes sense. Makes
What
sense.
a mess.
it doesn't. I don't think it puts him in the best light. Period. I don't
Which
think you.
is so funny.
I don't think you end it and you're like, yes,
Goodness.
I believe.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers, the future.
well, we'll get a lot into free agency and draft once the season's done.
Feels like it's
we've
done.
got. No, hold on. We've got the last week of the season, and we're gonna find out if Dallas gets a stupid win over the Commanders or not.
They could.
Not a prayer.
If they sit, if Commanders sit.
If the Commanders sit,
Yeah, they're in. They're in the play. They're
if
locked.
the Cowboys win, Tanner. If the Cowboys win, my season prediction is correct on the record.
Oh, that's cool.
Because
Well,
right
you're
now they
pretty
got
close.
7 wins, and I have them at 8.
Yeah.
And
You were
yours was
9 and 8.
6.
I thought you were 9. You were not 9 and 8.
8 and 9.
8 and 9. Well,
8 and 9.
The dyslexic.
What was
number
I?
backwards.
6 and
6
11?
and 11.
Yeah.
So they're 7 and 8 right now.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
8. Sorry.
They're
7 and 9 right now.
Yes.
I think that is foolish. And we've seen what the Cowboys can do against a half-bench team
I
and
know.
still get blown out
I know.
40,000
I
to
was
3.
just
But
trying to make a point that I have a
and-
chance at getting something
and-
right.
And they've just had no matter. Yeah, but they should have lost to that before the Commanders. It's just one of those things.
You're right. I
It's
get you, I get
it's one of those more high risks for the Commanders, especially with the young Jaden Daniels. Who's had injury. They don't have anything now. I mean,
They're-
neither have anything to play for. But
Yeah, I mean, they clinched their spot. They're going to be in the wild card.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Eagles won the division.
You know,
so
it is what it is. I wouldn't be shocked if we just see a bench scrum, essentially.
yeah.
That's fair.
And then some of these guys on our team. I mean, they know they're playing for contracts. So
Yeah,
I know.
trash bowl.
Okay, well, real quick.
Yes.
Right, because watching a lot of that game yesterday, definitely not the best Cooper Rush outing. Do you think he's here in 2025? I think the Cooper Rush show should be over.
Then who?
You go draft.
Draft who?
You can find anyone
Shotner
later.
Sanders, duh.
No,
No, sit down.
no. You're not going to get a first. You're not going first round quarterback after pay.
No, I think Cooper Rush is to the Cowboys as Dwight Powell is to the Mavericks. Ownership really likes him.
Because he's red-headed.
I don't know what it is.
He's Jason Garrett. We haven't done a DNA test
It's
on
about
him.
as pale as the driven snow.
He is transparent.
Well, then that means they have to give him a new contract because this was the end of his contract.
Well, he played a lot of games for us. He got a couple wins. On paper, he kind of deserves it.
I don't know. I think you end up, if Dak goes back down, you end up in the same thing again.
Well, that's what the Cowboys do. Insanity.
I think Trey Lance is gone for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Especially if you have no plans on playing or growing with Trey Lance, you just stay with Cooper Rush.
I still would draft later round, have someone right behind.
Again,
I don't think it's
who?
one. Who? I would go if LSU's quarterback is there. If Jackson Dart, I mean these are guys you're
Nussmeier.
developing. Nussmeier, yeah, I know Nussmeier. If Jackson Dart, look next year it's gonna get thin and thin and thin, and so
It's
we're not
already
saying this
pretty
is
thin.
well. I'm talking about the QB pool.
Here's what I think.
You want Kevin Jennings next year?
No, Kevin Jennings is going
Right.
to have
Arch Manning.
a great season at SMU next year. We are not going to talk about him any further. But look,
Quinn Ewers.
the role of a backup quarterback is to be a game manager. And Cooper Rush does that really fucking well. There is no
also turns the
reason
ball.
to risk a 4th or 5th round pick on a quarterback that may or may not pan out. If it's an undrafted free agent a la Tony Romo, fine. Low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
But I am not spending a draft pick on a quarterback.
Go snag
When I know
Tom
that
Brady
Cooper
out
Rush-
there.
I don't believe in it. Once in a
Well,
lifetime.
you won't have a 4th round because we gave that up for Jonathan Mingo.
Ew. That's
2 years in a row, we've given up a 4th round pick.
all of that to say, I would stay with Cooper Rush. I don't see the point at this time in growing some child that is probably
They're all
it's just going to
children.
be worse than Cooper Rush. That's
Actually,
just
I don't
feel
know
that.
now. Most of these college quarterbacks are like 28.
I know,
coming
man.
into
They've been playing forever.
They're like professors.
9-year seniors. What are we doing out here?
I do like that. I do
Stetson
like
Bennett
that.
was like 26.
And
like
then,
coming-
and then he got busted. and
well,
never got
Chris
to play.
Winkie, when he came back to Florida
Who?
State, he was this is national championship.
Who
Chris
even
Winkie
knows?
was
He's
in the minor
making
league
up
baseball. I'm
names.
not making it up. Go watch. He knows Chris Winkie. He's his nightmare. Yeah, he came out of minor league
He better
baseball.
play ball because you can't get laid with a name like that. Get real.
Yes.
Yikes.
Well, he did. He played for the Panthers
Oh,
for a little bit.
Lord. Oh,
Wasn't the most
Lord.
for lunch
Say,
or
girl, you want to come home with me? What's your name? Chris Winkie. Nah.
spread. Okay, do we move on from Schottenheimer?
Oh my God! Yeah,
Who's not calling anything?
We need to move on from a lot of things.
So
We got
here
15 minutes.
we go. All right.
Yeah, so we will do more in-depth free agent player analysis
Yeah.
after the Super Bowl.
That's right.
We have to do a little bit of research.
This
We
is
have
our
to-
end of the year. We're too drunk and too tired to give a shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get into the Mavericks.
Let's get into it.
So Christmas Day, big game against the T-Wolves, and Luka goes down in the second quarter with a pretty serious calf strain to the point where they don't know when he's coming back. He is set to be reevaluated at the end of January. It could be a tear, it could be a pull, it could be a strain. We don't know. They're not telling us, but they need time with him. But as we know, the Mavericks spent most of the offseason bolstering up their lineup. So in the case that this does happen, they can still hang around and secure a playoff spot. How confident are you in this team right now to make it to the playoffs without Luka? If Luka doesn't play until March, April, possibly.
I think it's gonna get ugly.
You really think it's going to get ugly? Wow, look who the pessimist in the Mavericks t-shirt is.
I think. I know, but it got to be
He-
honesty.
Can I just point out that he sat down and the first thing he said is, "I'm wearing my standing on business
Well,
shirt."
well, y'all
This
see-
is not standing on business.
Yes. Well, that's that my Najee and PJ.
Yeah, but you're
Stand on business.
you're saying I'm gonna stand on business, but you're telling me it's gonna get ugly.
Well, if he's not here by April, yeah, it will get ugly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean that's like when it counts. Like you can win some games without him right now, maybe a month, but we know that that's when things get up. I mean things are already getting competitive in the West. Like you can't go into like end of like mid-March and without I feel it without Luka.
Do you know whose time it is to shine right now?
Clay?
Kyrie.
It's Jason Kidd's time to shine.
Yeah, he's got to make those adjustments.
Because I want to see him really work a rotation without Luka. You have all these great players that you signed, right? These great defenders, these great three-point shooters. Now they're going to have major minutes, and you're going to have to figure out what chemistry works best together to replace the 20 to 30 to 40 points that you would miss from Luka.
I would certainly hope that
What's your
he is
confidence
already
level?
ahead of the curve on that.
I think
You know
so
what I
too,
mean?
and I think having the Twin Towers, that's what I'm calling them. Derek
Wait.
Lively
Well, we know what
and Daniel
happens to
Gafford.
those.
Hey.
Well,
You drink, sir.
Just want to point that out.
Look, I'm a 7-Eleven, not a 9-11. I'm not part of the problem.
Right?
well, everybody
Jiminy Crickets.
drink. Here we go. And you're in PR over here.
Oh, my gato.
All right.
He started it.
I know.
Couldn't just let me have that, huh? All right,
mean-
these two tall boys,
Okay, that's
Derek
exactly.
Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, should be the anchor for your offense right now. You're
Hopefully.
going to play a different style of basketball. You're going to play a faster style of basketball. You're going to be able to move the ball better. This is actually a really good thing. This is a good thing for everybody. You got Luka resting up, and they could easily be a 4, 5, maybe even a 6 seed. Like, I think this could be really, really good. And then that confidence is going to build. And then Luka's going to come back, and everyone's going to be in a groove, and it's going to be magical. Faith, trust, and pixie dust, ladies and gentlemen.
The
I was gonna say,
optimistic
that's a
one.
lot of pixie dust.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I think
I
think
dig
it gets a little hairy. But I do agree it is going to have to come down to kid.
And you still have a clutch player in Kyrie. So if you have those like 1 or 2 possession games where you need someone to take that last shot, now you just defer to Kyrie. You don't have to be like, oh, is it Luka? Is it Kyrie? Is it this? Is it that? Is it Clay? You know, you can actually build a proper offense without this ISO shit. Think James Harden in Houston, right? That ruined them. And I'm not saying Luka's a bad player. I'm not saying get rid of Luka. I'm not saying we could win a championship without Luka. I'm saying for the time being, this team can roll without Luka, and that's okay.
I mean, that's what it's about, right? Like
Next
that's,
man up.
That
We will see.
you got to take what you got and deal with what like
Who's standing on business now?
who's standing on business now.
Also, Najee. Not my cousin, but I wish.
I
Same-
say,
same
Najee,
last
man,
name.
throwing those punches. He ain't pulling a punch.
Man,
He's got some attitude. Him and PJ, but man, that guy's
like a Najee world peace.
he's tough. He's
He
tough.
missed. He missed, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna come down. We're gonna see what Kid is made of. This is where he's tested
I've
as
always
a
been
coach.
iffy about old Jason Kidd.
I have been too. And, you know, like I said, having all of these great players on the team has made him look really good. And getting to the NBA Finals looks really good. That's why I'm saying this is a true test of what kind of coach is Jason Kidd.
I think in the office he's great. I think on the court side, he's about as exciting as.
I think
Pudding.
on the court side, he caters too much to Luka.
Think so?
And
Needs to go out there with the belt and bend him over and say, "Fucking get with it."
He needs to say, he needs to get in that ass.
I've always said I've
In
always
that
seen
ass.
I've always seen Kid as kind of like I feel like because he sees a lot of himself in Luka, especially those early years of
Yeah,
Kid.
definitely.
And so it's like a big brother. And so, but I agree. We need some of that, like how
Hey, bro,
Carlisle was gonna.
I'm not going to
how he
repeat
was.
that.
What did you say?
No.
Nothing.
We had
Yeah.
a moment. Tanner and I had a moment.
Oh, you're so glad this ain't on speakers.
Just in time when those little
This is a
chickadees
pee.
walked in, man.
I saw them as soon as I did it. I was like, get it
Hey,
out,
you know
get it out,
what?
get it out.
We are an educational program show here.
That's right. We tell you how it is in the real world.
Oh
little
my God.
chickens.
Oh my God. Okay. So, you are team. I don't think they'll make a playoff spot, or
No,
they
no.
will.
I just think it'll be a little shaky.
That
I'm not
doesn't
saying
answer my question,
they'll
Charlie.
make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs.
They just
Oh, we'll
won't be
make the
high.
playoffs.
I don't think they'll be as high.
It'll be.
That's okay.
a
I'm
struggle.
willing to take the. We made it to the NBA Finals as a 4 seed, you guys. Come on.
I feel you. I feel you.
The West is very. All these teams are so close together.
It was a fire truck. Sorry, Scrat.
Did you get distracted by flashing lights?
Yes.
What?
Good. But yeah, we'll see. But I really think we're going to see some great, like, pure basketball.
Some
Very
pure,
pure.
basketball.
The
Yeah.
purity of it.
Gene Hackman would
I
be
don't
real
know.
impressed.
There may be some more fist flying, so I don't know how pure it will be.
Man.
Well, we shall see. Last thing before we move on. Well, let's touch on the Stars real quick. I'm actually going to the game on Thursday. They're playing the Southerners. But we've seen a lot of up and down from these guys over the last few
Yeah.
weeks. Yesterday, big win against the Blackhawks in Chicago, 5-1 win. But, you know, we've stumbled a little bit these last few weeks. How do we fix this?
Man, it's kind of interesting because you saw Marchman go down, and that took the win out of the cells. Real. And it can't just be the Marchman show. And a lot of these veterans, including my guy Hintz, it just haven't been delivering to that level.
Hintz is not having a good season.
No, he's not. It's interesting.
Hintz and Robo are not having good
And
seasons.
those are supposed to be your guys, like
That's your
outside of your
future.
yeah, that's your
Your
future.
Big, your big three, because
Yeah.
that's what we do
And
in
of course,
sports.
you know they lost Sagan. You know Sagan's out for the pretty much the season. When they say 4 to 6 months, that's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
he's done. I wouldn't bring him back.
Stankoven got banged up too, so
He played last night.
yeah. But still, like when guys like him get shaken, it just shakes the wind. I mean, I think if we come January, maybe February, we need to bring some more. I think just some more of that forcer type defense, like what we had with Tanner.
Need a couple of goons out there.
So
They just lose their
Goon.
10.
We have a Goon in Dumba, but he is hurt.
Yeah. Well, see, that's another thing. It's like we're relying too much on one or two guys. We need another fire starter.
Yeah, I want to
Trouble
see.
instigator.
Dodonov is really picking it up.
Yeah.
In the absence of Marchment, Hintz being slow, Robo. Jamie Benn had a goal last night.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I feel really good about our defense right now, and I feel really shitty about our offense, and that's exactly the opposite of last year.
I just don't know what they would go replace. Especially, I don't know what their cap is on that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So the only reason why I said extra load up on the defense just to like kind of make up for that offense, but I mean really it's just gonna have to come down to guys like Hintz and Robo.
Do you
pulling the
remember
weight.
when we traded or when we got Pavelski?
Oh yeah.
I think having a guy like him would actually really benefit this team. I think last year we were really worried about our defense. Really, really worried.
Well,
we
we're
needed
missing that, yeah.
to hit harder. We needed to block more shots. We needed to make Otter's job easier. Now I'm actually saying, okay, look, they brought in those two guys. I think they're from like Sweden.
Yeah.
And they've got similar names. They start with L's.
Lindell.
Not
Not
Lindell.
Lindell.
Lindell's been around forever,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
love him. He's one of my favorites.
He's the pillow
Labushkin
guy.
and
Oh.
something else. Those two guys playing great, and I think the defense is working really well. Even in the games we're losing, we're not giving up mass amounts of goals, right? We're giving up 3 goals max. It's not like we're being beat 6-1 or 7-1. We're losing 3-2, or 3-1, or 4-2. Like, it's not that bad. I think you need to bring in a veteran who can like move the puck and help these guys skate around a little bit faster. We are not a fast skating team.
But what would you give up? Because you're probably gonna have to make a trade for that.
We got a really great farm system. We got a lot of great prospects in the pipeline. And I think it's worth the risk. I mean, we've been to 3 consecutive Western Conference finals. We got to win this year.
Well, I think I know a lot of people are on the DeBoer train and that, but I mean I think this is his job this year. This is hockey. Hockey, it doesn't matter what it matters what your record is, but they have got rid of winning coaches, and his track record isn't the greatest, getting people to the finals. And I think the pressure, especially with the team, has been like you said 2 years in a row with this much young talent. If you can't get them over
I meant to say 3 out of the last 4 years,
Well,
not 3 times in a row. So sorry.
Well, I mean,
Better get it right.
Just look
Sports
at just
podcast.
just look at the record there. So I mean, this is, and right now we're still we're 3rd still in the division. So
So I'm going to the game. We're playing Ottawa, and Ottawa's 2 or 3 points behind us.
Yeah.
Like, it's very tight.
it's dicey, and maybe we were spoiled last year because they were pretty dominant out the gate. But they don't have a Pavelski.
Yeah, and I
so
think that's what we're missing. We're missing that veteran presence on the offense, which
I
is
can't remember
wild.
what did we give up for him before.
I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
it might have been picked in that, but
But like I said, we have a great farm system. We draft really well. Clearly, when you've got Stankoven, Maverick, and then the other guy who started this year, those 3 guys were in our pipeline. We didn't trade for them, right? So we do a good job of evaluating talent, and I think we could use that to our advantage to bring in somebody who can really just shore up that offense, be a quarterback per
well,
se.
hopefully. Stars have always been our
What's
hope.
going to be interesting, Charlie, is we're hitting that midpoint of the season, and there are a lot of teams, not us, there are a lot of teams that are underperforming who may fire their coaches. So that's going to be interesting to see how those coaches move mid-season, too, because that's a thing in hockey.
Yeah, I think it's Nashville's coach on the hot seat. Might be.
Yeah, Nashville's underperforming big time.
Yeah, I remember that program was pretty solid.
And they have Steve Stamkos.
I know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Tanner's like, yeah.
Hey, but you know what?
I haven't been following hockey.
We turn
You
around
would like
in February.
hockey.
We turn
I
around in
do
February.
like hockey. It's just too hard to follow on TV.
Fair.
Real quick. I know
Yes.
it's not baseball, but Nathaniel Lowe traded. Speaking of traded,
Yes.
so we got Garcia. Bringing in Jock Peterson was awesome.
I'm excited about Jock.
Yeah, and he's already calling shots against the Astros.
I'm jocking against
Yeah.
jocking for
Oh,
Jock
yeah.
right now.
He's like, they've had their wins. It's our time now. And Jake Berger, he's a big-time hitter.
Ooh,
So
a burger sounds good right now.
Yeah, it does. Not to make that
so
happen.
we've
They got good burgers here.
True.
We know what the Rangers will do. We know that believe in what the Stars can do. We do believe in what the Mavs can do. There's only one team that we just never believe. Anyways.
Whoop. All right. Any last things before we shut it down for 2024?
Come to my show tomorrow.
Yes, come to the show.
That's right. Teen Wolves, New Year's Eve over here at Underdog. I'm going to get this uploaded tonight so everybody knows.
Yeah, send me a text, and I will post everywhere.
Dope.
And real rapid fire for the show because we are wrapping up this year. Tanner,
Yo.
favorite moment of the podcast this year?
Oh, the fair.
Yeah.
Hands down. That was the coolest.
Ditto.
I think Beer Olympics would
Beer
be a close
Olympics is
second.
Beer Olympics was
yeah,
really
that was
fun.
a lot of fun.
That was
really fun.
wild.
And had a good time with that.
And then I would also like for you and me when we did Fury fighting together.
Oh, yes.
that was really
fun.
cool.
That was a lot.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, getting to be like legitimately octagon side and just creating content on the fly was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's been a
Maybe
good
we'll
year.
do that again with a little more organization.
Ooh, one last question. Way too early sports prediction for 2025. Go.
Mavs make the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, what?
I know.
Coach Prime
Had to change
Shatter
our-
Sanders on the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, I'm going to put that in the same box as your 70-yard field goal.
You know what? I got really close.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I'm very proud of you.
I called that so soon.
I'm going to say Rangers are going to make some noise in the playoffs because Bruce Bochy has a habit of doing
I
shit
know.
every other year.
I know.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Got to
So-
keep it on his time.
Well,
Yeah.
this is his final year, too.
Good.
Let's rock and roll.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to our regulars. Thank you to Tanner for making us look pretty every week. Thank you to Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club for having us and getting us
Make
drunk
sure to
every
check them
Monday.
out, man. This is a cool spot. We've
It
been
is.
having a good time
and
over
thank
here.
you, Underdog, again for having us every week.
You can find us at pouringtakes.com. Links out to all of our socials and every platform we are on, including YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Charlie Van, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year to you.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
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 family.
2025. Here we go.